stuff. Let's go ahead and show you this. Not necessarily sophisticated, but powerful nonetheless. Pretty cool stuff. And a storm off the distance there. And Trujillo, pretty good looking shot as well. If you want to send your pictures in, we'd love to see them. Pics at KRQE.com. Things relatively quiet weather-wise for today. We do still have some storms out there. We have a line of storms that sort of developed and come together across northeastern New Mexico and along the I-25 corridor south of Springer. Nothing that's causing too much of a problem here, but some steady rains will be a possibility here over the next half an hour along that I-25 area between Las Vegas and Springer, and then things will start to calm down there. We've seen some stronger storms just north of Fort Sumner and just to the west of Fort Sumner as well. These two starting to lose a little bit of their punch, but they were packing half-inch hail and some gusty winds up to 50 miles an hour. That has since calmed down. Some rain around Carrizozo, though, and along and essentially north of I-25, north of Truth or Consequences right now, and a stronger storm just to the north of Las Cruces, too. So, again, not a huge crop of storms, but we're seeing some action out there. Albuquerque, pretty quiet and pretty hot, 96 degrees. Reached a high today of around 98. Meanwhile, to the north, 80s for the most part, and some 90s around Santa Fe, 97 Farmington, 91 in Gallup across the south. Temperatures for the most part, high 90s around Deming, low 90s around Carlsbad. Here's our problem. High pressure, which has been sitting over us for quite a while here. Really most of our monsoon season, when we usually expect to see that high just 2 hour east, allowing flow into the state here to give us some moisture. Well, that hasn't necessarily been the case. As it sits over us, it doesn't allow that much moisture in. So essentially what we do is we pop some storms over the mountains. Some of these work into the valleys, but you don't get the large crop of storms that you usually like to see. But that could start to change for us slowly. We're going to continue to recycle that moisture over the mountains here over the next few days. But as we work our way toward the weekend, so still probably 5 or so days away before it really happens in any sort of significant way, we'll start to see that high shift and allow more moisture to come up from the south. Now, it's not necessarily looking like a great monsoon flow for us, but we could see some storms out there, and we need any help we can get because we are ending up pretty far behind here as far as this summer goes. Has not been a great monsoon season overall for us. We are going to start to see those changes, though, by the end of the work week here. Right now, temperatures very, very warm. And humidity's pretty low. Well, as we work our way into Friday and Saturday, we'll start to see the humidities come up and the warmth come down just a little bit, and they kind of work off each other, and that will help us to develop a few more afternoon thunderstorms as we push our way toward Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at this point. But overall, as you look at a wider trend over a couple of months here, is not going to be any sort of record breaker for the monsoon season. It's not that we haven't had some pretty good days and some flooding rains out there, but not enough to give us the real good moisture that we need. 101, Tucumcari tomorrow, 91 in Las Vegas. Back toward the south and west, watch places like the Gila for a few storms. Otherwise hot, Lordsburg, Deming, and Las Cruces. Very warm once again, Artesia, Roswell, and Fort Sumner for tomorrow. Over 100 in Artesia and Roswell. High 80, Cedar Crest, Sandia Park. Low 90s, Estancia and Moriarty. Slight chance of a shower in the metro, but more than anything else, it's just going to be hot. 97 downtown, 95 Placitas, and in Santa Fe, mid-90s for tomorrow. Going to be in the mid-90s through Thursday. Then you can see a little better chance of a storm or two as we push toward the weekend. Same deal here in the Albuquerque area. We're going to be in the high 90s. Not that we can't see a storm, so we put some decent clouds in there for you, but the odds are if we're going to see some decent rains, it'll be into the weekend.
All right. Thank you, Mark.
You bet.